they're going to be heading back. They're going to be heading back to Saudi Arabia. They're from.
Build the wall.
We are. They are from. They live in Saudi Arabia, but originally are from Syria. Again, you're also seeing some folks. You're also seeing some folks here that are in support of President Trump's executive order. You heard one gentleman just come up to the mic and say, "Build the wall." But it's safe to say out here, outside the international gate at DFW Airport, I would say easily more than 400 people now out here. You can hear the chants, more people coming through here. And it doesn't look like these folks are going to be going away anytime soon.
Head back to Fiona McGinty in Chicago, where we're also watching the result of what you were saying here. And thanks to Fiona McGinty, a lawyer there who set up a table, I guess, right behind you over what would be your right shoulder. And we lost contact earlier. One of the questions that I was asking is how many. You were just saying 13 from what you heard that are detained, and then we lost connection. Please continue with what you were telling me before.
So there are 13 that we know of that are still in secondary inspection. 3 people were released. There were 16 in total. Now, these are just people who we know are in there because their family members came to meet them to pick them up at the airport. These are not refugees that are coming to the States. These are legal permanent residents. They're green card holders. They're U.S. citizens. There's a U.S. citizen child who's 18 months old who's been in secondary inspection for over 5 hours.
What is the reasoning that they are receiving or that you are hearing in representation of them as to why they're being held if they're permanent residents with green cards?
Because they are also nationals of one of the countries. They're national, in this case, the client, the family is from Iran originally, and that is, as far as we are aware, the only reason that they are still in secondary inspection.
Okay, so that is inconsistent with the executive order. The executive order says that those who would be immigrants coming to the United States will no longer be allowed in the future. In this case, they have legal documentation but are still being held. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct. The clients that we've been speaking with are all legal permanent residents, and as I said, some of them have U.S. citizen family members with them, children, and there is a lady who's 81 years old. She's in a wheelchair. Her family have been here waiting for her for hours, for like 6 hours.
What are you hearing from those who are interacting with you? And if you could tell me which institutions, governmental institutions, are interfacing with you, and what is each one of them telling you?
So, to be honest, we've had very little contact with any of the agencies. So, CBP, which is the Customs and Border Patrol, are here, but they're not allowing us to speak to the clients. We have no access to them. And similarly, the family members don't know what's going on either because they are not able to contact their family members that are here waiting for them.
What are those? So you're speaking then with the detainees themselves, is that correct? You're either texting or you're calling them, is that what you're hearing?
No, we have not been able to get in touch with the detainees. We are only speaking to family members. So a flight came in from Iran at like 1:30 p.m. today, and the family members are still waiting for, this man is waiting for his U.S. citizen baby who's 18 months old for hours, and we don't know what's going on.
How long have you been there, Fiona, and how has it changed there behind you at Chicago O'Hare? It's always a crazy place, but this is certainly a different day.
Yeah, it is. And, obviously we wish we were not here under these circumstances. We all came out, a group of attorneys, first at probably 1 o'clock. And since then, the crowd has grown, the attorneys have grown, everyone's filing emergency motions, class action lawsuits. Now we have a big group of protesters who are here trying to just express their frustrations. A lot of I can hear chants about refugees, but the people that we're talking to are not refugees. So there's many issues going on here. So we just want to get the word out and let people know what's happening on the ground here. How
many lawyers are you part of right now, and what practices do all of you undertake typically?
So So there are about 40 of us. I actually am an immigration attorney by trade. I've been practicing immigration law for about 10 years. The group here is, just a mix of people from, non-profit firms. There's also attorneys from big law firms. Some do immigration, some do, employment law, litigation. So it's kind of a mixed bag, but we're all coming here together to really be the best advocates that we can be for these people that really need it. It's just so disturbing how this has been implemented. The fact that it's been, this additional screening, and we're not talking an hour or two. We're talking like 6 hours that these people have been in secondary inspection, and the lack of communication, and the fear, and the fact that I'm a mother of 2 young children, and I know how it feels to travel internationally with kids. And you want to go straight home and put your kids to bed. You do not want to be in an airport for 7 hours plus, not knowing whether you're going to be admitted to your home. It's crazy. I can't think of anything like this. It's unprecedented. It's like discrimination based on national origin, and there is no clear justification for it. You can't blanketly say it's in the interest of national security when these poor families are arriving and they're being in secondary inspection. They're not going to call it detention, but that's effectively what it is, for 6 and 7 hours. And we're talking about US citizen babies, an 18-month-old child.
Fiona McGinty, there, a lawyer on site there in Chicago O'Hare, trying to assist those who've been detained, what we understand to be 13. Thank you so much.